Welcome back to the channel, guys. Here's a little taste of what's coming up on our Benidorm series. Our journey starts over 1,000 miles away in the sleepy seaside town of Seaton Carew, Hartlepool. Today is Benidorm Day, so it's just gone 2:30. We're going to do a final check of the cases and then we're just going to sit around and wait for the taxi. Of course, when we got to Newcastle Airport, our first stop was Greg's for a pre-flight breakfast. We got through security really quickly, had loads of time in duty free to try all the new perfumes and aftershave, and even had time to stop in the bar, and of course I had a Heineken Zero. With our gate number called, it was finally time to leave the cold and wet UK weather behind and head off to sunny Spain. The plane touched down at Alicante Airport, and it was hard to believe that me and Julie hadn't been here in over 6 years. The flight itself was a good flight. It took just under 3 hours to get from Newcastle. Now, with all the changes to the EU, we weren't too sure what to expect when going through passport control at Alicante. We did hear some people say that you needed to take credit card details, national insurance numbers, and honestly, we didn't need any of this. You just simply need your passport, you go through the gate, and once you're through your gate, you go and get your passport stamped. And it was literally as easy as that. And if you are flying with Jet2, they will text you to tell you which coach you need to go to. Now, if Jet2 can't text you, there are still reps in the airport that you can go and ask. And just in case you want to feel like you're on the coach going to Benidorm, here's the Jet 2 voiceovers for you.
You may not run into any, but please keep an eye out for touts in your local resort.
And take care when giving your personal information away.
If you are approached by touts, have a word with your Jet2 Holidays customer helper or let your hotel management know right away.
From must-see sites to splash-tastic water parks, local excursions and fabulous evening entertainment, we've tried and tested them to bring you the inside scoop.
Let me know in the comments if you look out for the bull on the way to Benidorm, because once you see the bull, you know that you're almost there. Usually the transfer to Benidorm takes around 45 minutes to an hour. Our coach this time only took around 35 minutes, and luckily for us, the Hotel Calypso was the first stop. Now I hope you're all ready for some top class acting, as we checked into the Hotel Calypso and we went to have a look at the room for the first time. I don't think I'll be getting an Oscar anytime soon. Overall, the Hotel Calypso is a fantastic hotel. We don't really understand the single beds, but apart from that, everything else was spot on. Later on in the series, we'll be doing a full review of the hotel, but for now, here's a quick look around the room. And just a heads up that the Calypso doesn't provide a kettle or cups or anything that you need to make a cup of tea. So if you're like us and can't last a week without a cup of tea, make sure you take a travel kettle. After checking out the room, we headed down to the restaurant to grab some dinner before making our way to the supermarket next door to grab the essentials. We then headed out to meet my parents and explore some of the bars. So as you've probably guessed from the channel, me and Julie don't drink that much. Now, although Benidorm's not famous for its mocktails and 0% drinks, there is quite a lot of bars that now have a 0% range, and one of the best ones we found was the Secret Fountain. In our opinion, this is probably one of the best mocktails we had whilst in Benidorm, and this is the Secret Fountain Strawberry Daiquiri. It tastes just like a strawberry daiquiri, it looks like the real thing, and it only comes in at €5 per mocktail. So for anyone who doesn't know, we're on a mission to prove that you don't need alcohol to be the life and soul of the party. Now later on in this series we'll be showing some of our favourite bars in Benidorm that have a good range of 0% drinks and mocktails. So if you are going to Benidorm and maybe you're pregnant, you're on medication, or you just don't want to drink as much, then you can still go there and have an amazing time. So on to the night time, and we went for a family meal to China Garden. China Garden has a special set menu which is €11 per person, and that gets you your soft drink, a starter, a main course, rice or chips, and an ice cream or coffee. If you're looking for a good Chinese in Benidorm, this is definitely one to add to your list. So for me and Julie, the bill come to €22, and we couldn't even finish everything that we got. After the China Garden, we walked a minute up the road to the Tropical Bar, which is a family pub where we went to see the Harry Styles tribute performed by Sean Mack. The Harry Styles show was fantastic, and it's definitely one to watch if you're going to Benidorm this summer. As you can tell by the video, Sean sounded absolutely brilliant as Harry Styles. We just happened to get lucky, and as we walked in, a family was leaving. But if you do want to make sure you get seats, it is worth getting there early, as the venue gets really popular for the Harry Styles tribute.
Everybody sing the bullet.
Good morning everybody. That was a really busy night for us last night. It's usually not that busy on the first night. But look at that breakfast. The Hotel Calypso does fried bread and chips at breakfast. Today we're off to Mundomar, and I want to show you this hack, especially if you're taking kids and you need to buy them all dinner. So if you go down to the Brit station and then you take a left and you walk down the road, you will come along to the Florida Bakery. Now they do a meal deal that's €6.50, and it gets you a drink, a sandwich, a bag of crisps, and a cookie or a donut. We got a taxi to Mundomar. You could probably just walk it, but the taxi was €8.50 and took about 5-10 minutes to get there. Our first stop at Mundomar was the Parrot Show. If you love seeing animals, then you're going to love Mundomar. We went on the day when it was Sea Lion Day, so they were giving out these cute little sea lion badges. So the full day for 2 adults cost us around €96 to go to Mundomar. We will be doing a full price breakdown, including some savings, and we'll rate all of the things we've done in Benidorm. After seeing the animals at Mundomar, we went to see the sea lion show. Now if you do want to film, it's a good idea not to sit on the front row, but if you want to be right in the middle of the action, definitely get front row seats. As you can probably guess by the waterfalls, the next show on the list was the dolphin show. Once back in Benidorm, we headed to the Wild Duck for a shandy, and then Hotel California, where we got a rosé wine, which only cost €2.60. One of the things I wanted to do in Benidorm this time was to go on the mechanical bull. And I wasn't even drunk as I'd only had one glass of wine and a couple of shandies. So if you need a good laugh today, then this is for you. After that workout on the bull, it was time to have a walk down to Andy's bar. While sitting in Andy's bar, we noticed a guy walking around with a fridge on his back, and we had to go over and ask what it was about. We're so glad we did, as we met Tom, who's from First Contact UK Mental Health. He's walking from Teesside to Spain with a fridge on his back to raise money and awareness about mental health. I'll pop the links below, so please give what you can, as it's a great cause and that fridge is bloody heavy. Still to come on this Benidorm series, we go to Benidorm's best rooftop bar. We show you the real Marianos. We ask, is the Benidorm Strip really as dangerous as what people say it is? We do even more day trips. And we show you some of Benidorm's best nightlife. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.